Alrighty, well, guess we should go ahead and get started on this gear cleanse. And then we're gonna head on over to my account and start getting things ready for the new content. It's looking like some of the bosses are gonna be pretty tough. Assuming there's gonna be a good amount of difficult normal bosses as well. So we there's a lot of prep that we need to get done, and we first got to get this done. So, got to get Couch's gear cleanse knocked out. Guess we should probably leave like a set in here just in case somebody needs, and in case he needs it. Maybe we leave his provoke gear alone. I'm I'm not too sure in the way I want to go about gear cleansing his account, just because he has a lot of like, I don't know, he has a lot of good gear near the bottom, but he has a lot, it's weird. He's always been weird about his gear. I don't think he would disagree with me on that. He's never wanted to cleanse it out. So a lot of random pieces get kept, but a lot of really good unrolled pieces get kept as well. So I guess it's not. I guess it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, a lot of really bad 5-star gear laying around. Yeah. Just a lot of unrolled crafted gear that has no need to be kept. Honestly, we could probably just hit a clear out flat stats on this. There's a lot of flat stats and a lot of bad 5-stars. So, a lot of those could probably just go. A lot of these, like, I mean, they're speed boots, sure, but to a degree, you don't even need that many speed boots in perception. This perception isn't even like one of the main sets people run anymore. Still a very high value set, it's just not. There's other sets that are more valuable, especially with the new set inside of Forest coming out. So I think sets like Perception might fall even further down. The power creep's just been a lot recently, but you know, it's just the way the game goes. It's how it's always went. Hey, but we are seeing some really good buffs coming though. Glacia and Sir Nick are gonna both be very good champions now, which is always good to hear. But the biggest issue with that is if you don't have Lady Noelle, Sir Nick isn't going to be nearly at his full potential. I wouldn't say it'll be bad. I just don't think he'll be worth using if you don't have Lady Noelle, at least in normal teams. Now, do I think he could be great in like a go second team where his passive is carrying? Yeah, for sure. But besides that, don't think he'll be too impactful outside of Lady Noelle teams. Now, if they're together, I think it's going to be one of the stronger combos in the game. You think? No, I mean, I make sure to do it like per account, so I don't know. I mean, unless you've only kept flat stats, I think there might be a couple. You might end up with like 50 pieces, you know? Okay, let's check his mailbox. Ah, wow. That's surprising. And Couch, you continue to do it, man. You find a way. The My goodness, bro. The constant racking up of all the flat stats and all the other stuff is unmatched, really. It takes like a certain skill set to do what he does. How do you even manage to keep all this stuff, dude? Was that like a good speed roll? That's okay. Alright, you know, he can farm for a little bit now. No, I know, right? Oh my lord. He doesn't wanna, he just doesn't want to touch the game. That's how it's been for a long time. He pulled fine at like the beginning of the year and he is yet to even use her, so it's a weird situation with Couch. I think I've just stopped asking too many questions anymore. Bro, like what what are these, man? It's Oh, for sure, dude. All the gear. And if you can think of it, it's probably on here somewhere. I mean, as long as it's something trash you can think of, you know. Most of his gear that was supposed to be good, most of it rolled very poorly. So you can never be too hopeful with his gear rolls. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. And then on this, oh boy, he finds a way to just keep adding more trash gear. I mean, to a degree, I can't sell all, but I have to. If there's like a special set, I at least have to leave one of each piece, just for sets. You don't want to accidentally sell something that could be great. But any of this, like, unless it's a triple speed or a quad or penta speed, there's no real point in keeping it. And even these right here, majority of them aren't going to be kept because he has, I mean, everybody has a lot of stone skin at this point. Stone skin isn't, like, too hard to find anymore. Sure, I mean, on some accounts maybe, but on his account, definitely not hard to get. Oh man. All right. Well, hopefully this doesn't take forever because I would really like to get started on building out my decks um for whatever it's Dark Forest. My goodness, I'm struggling to function. We'll get there though. It's it's been fun. My goodness. He's only had supersonic amulets there. I don't know. Some of these are just so random. I usually cleanse out enough where he can continue on farming, but I don't go into the most detail with his cleanses because they're free. They're not. It's not like he has to pay money or anything for them. Due to a deal we made when I was in boot camp. Worth it? Yeah, I got Titus out of it. I'll take it. No, no, uh, medical stuff got me kicked out. Oh, I am in no way, shape, or form a veteran. I was not able to go through with it, so zero, zero anything from that at all. But, you know, I guess I'll find a way to do something else. I don't know, guys. It's it's been rough recently. That's why the uploads haven't been too frequent. I apologize for that. I've been trying, really been trying to be more consistent about the uploads, but life has been something else for this past few weeks. Okay, let's see here. So we really just need to knock out the main sets. Those are this is the problem with most accounts is they you tend to stock up a lot of the main like non-specialized sets for accessories, and then, you know, there's a million different fill-in sets where you can't really do anything when you don't have room. Like, it's hard to farm certain things because you don't have room because you've ran too much spider or something. So we really got to get this cleared out. um I mean, he has so much gear, and a lot of it's good. It's just he hasn't rolled any of it, so it makes it kind of difficult. Trying to leave at least two of everything. I don't want to like clear out something that could potentially be incredible. So yeah, just gotta try to be somewhat picky with what we keep, I guess. And then once we do get over to my account, we will be building out and seeing who I need masteries for and all that stuff for Grim Forest. Could be could be really fun, could be pretty painful, seeing what gear I do and don't have. Um, and there's a lot of champions where I'm going to need to make some specialized builds just based off of some of the different bosses I've seen. Things like building Duchess and like Bolster, high resistance, regen, things like that are going to be really important because a lot of these bosses you're seeing some. I mean, you're seeing certain champions like Suzerain Catan and those where they have a lot of control and then they're backed up with by a bunch of guys. If you want to fight the main boss, you can choose to fight the main boss with four other main bosses, which is kind of insane. I'd be really interested to see if anybody's capable of doing that. I mean, it would probably have to be like a Galathier Tarichka team or something that would help. Like, it would just have to have the most incredible amount of sustain. Oh yeah, I mean, it would be really nice, especially if they put like pinpoint or something into spiders so that you had a reason to farm it besides just getting silver anymore, because I don't think anybody runs it unless it's to get silver or unless it's for like, you know, a CVC or a fusion or something, a dungeon diver, just whatever. Like, those are really the only times you ever bother doing spider anymore, which is kind of sad. I feel like that's how it is for most dungeons right now. Is, you know, Fire Knight is the only, well, Fire Knight and Dragon are sometimes ran. Ice Golem is ran to get the bare minimum for sets for Hydra. After that, nobody touches it. It's, I mean, it's just a lot. Well, the issue with like putting protection or stone skin in it is just that you know, they're specifically Hydra sets versus Pinpoint and Chronophage. They're like special dungeon sets, but when the special dungeons aren't out, it would just give people a reason to like farm like crazy. I think it could be good for like Plarium's profits, of course. You know, that's what they're always worried about. They don't care about anything else besides making money, so if you want to make some money, throw us a way to farm more pinpoint, because, you know, this new set is going to make most other sets pretty useless. And to a degree, I don't think we're going to see as much pinpoint. Or honestly, we maybe see more because of, you know, the pairing between the two sets is incredibly strong. Yeah, we can knock out a few more pieces on here. And then he wants me to look at Amius, which is fine. It takes a whole 5 minutes to beat Amius. Really easy boss. I think people overthink Amius for the most part. He's even on early game accounts, he's pretty easy. Plus dungeons, 3 so busted. I spent 7,000 gems running it to finish. Yeah, dude, Dungeon Divers is awful. 7,000 gems. Holy crap, dude. I haven't had 7,000 gems like ever. I don't think I've, yeah, I don't think I've ever had 7,000 gems on my account. That's crazy, bro. But I mean, for a really good nuker, it's a fair trade. I don't think I have too much silver on my account right now, but it should be okay. I'd like to see some more of the forge sets put in other dungeons. Yeah, like which sets are you talking about? Are you talking about like Doom Tower sets? Are you talking about like Forge Path sets? I think they could put Instinct into like Ice Golem or something to make it worth running. Or that one like mini Stalwart set. That could also go in some of them. Um, yeah, you know, just to give a reason to run some of this stuff. And that mini Stalwart set's actually going to be, I think, really valuable coming up. Yeah, the Forge Pass ones? Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if they put Righteous anywhere, that's all people would farm at all. And 12k gems. Luckily, it only took 9,000. Holy. Venus, I mean, technically you're third. So, sooner than last time. Alright, well, you know, Couch, you can not play the game for another month or so and you'll be fine. There you go. And now let's just go knock out the Curse City. Let's go here. Yep, there's a team. Is Marius built not in Merciless? He's in Merciless, of course. Does he have an arena build? Yes, he does. Okay, cool. He just can't be in Merciless. Outside of that, it doesn't really matter. Sitting on 15k gems. Oh my lord. That's the dream right there. No, I'm generally I generally spend most of my time just trying to improve my account so I can do content and things. Um, if I wasn't doing that, I think I'd have a much bigger account going at the moment. When it comes to just resources in general, did I use his A2? I didn't mean to. Go back. That was an accident. And Wukong isn't built. Just, oh my goodness, guys. Watch me mess up this easy run over and over. Okay. Alright, and now we have an actual start. Okay, cool. We'll do this just so we can boost his damage a little bit. Not that it does too much, but a little boost is better than nothing. And then we're really just waiting for Marius to cycle back around. Because then we can get rid of these buffs. And, you know, it's just a smooth run for the most part. I don't want to put up increased defense. I don't like using his A3 because it can screw us over a little bit. You know, putting increased defense on us gives... Didn't you just take Wukong's ear from Marius? Probably. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. Be 100% transparent with you. It doesn't really matter though. I mean, Marius is the only one that matters. I mean, yeah, no. I would have had to have taken like most of his gear. for him to be doing that little damage. There's a chance I did, though. Not saying I didn't. Okay. No, we're just gonna go like this. Put a decreased defense weaken. Now, see, we're maxing even without using Lydia's stuff right there, so I guess there's no point. Alright, then we'll just revive. Yeah, we have time. And then next rotation we'll have it dead. Or we might have it dead this rotation, actually. Hold up. Give us increased speed and we might. Decrease defense weaken. Ah, we were one turn off. Oh, that sucks. Because he's gonna die as soon as he swaps forms, yeah. That's... oh, wait, what? How did... Oh, Lydia. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I've never used Lydia in this boss. Some really good pieces. Yeah, this piece specifically. Let's give it a roll. Like I said, for some reason Couch just cannot get good gear on his account. That one's good. And is there anything else here? Nope. So yeah, I mean we can just sell the gear now, because I know he won't. Let's go ahead and clear this out. None of that's good. It's not good either, whatever. Alright, let's hop back over to mine, and we will get started on the actual goal of today. Alright. So, we have a lot of champions to build. What do I want to build and what do I not want to build? I guess we'll figure that out pretty quick. There's going to be a lot of champions that need specialized builds, as mentioned before. A few people that need masteries, specifically, what's his name? Frankenstein. Why am I blanking? Miscreated Monster. He needs masteries. For some reason, he doesn't have masteries. I've had the guy for 5.5 years now, and have yet to give him masteries. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I need to get him with Helm Smasher or War Master. It doesn't really matter to me. But got a lot of champions to build. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll start with deck 1, and then we'll go over to deck 2. So when it comes to deck 1, I'm kind of torn between making Ashnar a nuker or a support. I don't know what the best option will be. I mean, honestly, it might just be that we make him a hybrid. Arena Ashnar. Okay. We might make him a hybrid where we do like support slash nuking, which on him just means we really just make him a really fast nuker, I think is how that works. So Ashnar, not too... We'll come to him. We'll come back to him. Carnage, he's already built. No, I kept the one piece that rolled well. I kept the one piece that rolled well. Mikage has to go in Relentless. This build was for a Titus team. She doesn't need to be in that anymore. Arbiter, she can stay as is. Duchess can stay as is, or I can put her in Bolster. I'm not sure. I mean, she has some resistance, she has some HP. Do I have a better piece, or is this just the best piece that I had? It's probably the best piece that I had, yeah. Is it worth a reroll? Maybe. Let's see if it triples HP percent. it has some survivability. Guess we'll leave it be. The build's fine. We can't max everything on her yet, and I wouldn't because all this stuff can go towards the next fusion. Um, any like level 12s, level yeah, I think I'll leave most things at level 12, just so I can use them for the next fusion to max out the gear and the artifact enhancement. Okay, so golden elixir is probably the best way to go, just to help her with survivability, keeping her alive. We don't really have too many gemstones in my account. I have most of them equipped. Leonardo, he's fine. We don't leave him alone. Yo, what's up, Fox? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so far Ashnar and Mikage are the main ones. Of course, Marius is already built, Leonardo's built. Razelvarg. Razelvarg can be... Yeah, I mean, he's just... I could put him in Slayer to save other gear, which I might do. Because he works just fine in Slayer. I mean, his A1 does less damage, but that's not a big concern. We might end up putting that on him. I'm not sure. Let's see. I know I have some Slayer accessories, so we're going to check those, and then we'll move from there. Okay, so we have this one, which is definitely a piece that was on Marius. Yeah, for sure. I don't have Lady Noelle. If I did, they would for sure be in would be in this in one of these decks. Okay, are we gonna go with this? Did we go with Slayer or did we just go with the nuking set? Let's see. I don't know. How much gear do I have? Because Cheshire uses a piece from Trunda, and yeah, I have Trunda in here. So there's gonna be some overlap, which obviously doesn't work. And I think Crowcat might be in the second team. Yeah, Crowcat also has some overlap, so we're gonna have to make some decisions within that. Um, Now, before I do Forest, of course I need to make sure I have the proper builds on certain champions, specifically champions like Trunda, Cheshire, because Trunda's build is for Hydra right now. Now it doesn't need an upgrade 100%, but we'll worry about that later. Hey Carpiccio, hello, why do you need to build them now? Will those chosen champs gear cannot be replaced during the forest run? Um, why? So, one, it's some content. Two, it saves me time. And three, I'm not 100% sure how it works. So for me, it's just I want to get it knocked out so that as soon as Grim Forest comes out, I can actually start playing it instead of having to go through and build certain champions. I would really like to be able to get straight into the content instead of having to take a look at all my champions, rebuild them, see what needs to be done. I have a video where I kind of talked about like what my thought process is on my different teams and things. They're overall both very well rounded. They both, regardless of if I get a good draw from deck one or deck two, they both have really good coverage of boss damage, of control, healing, support, reviving, all that fun stuff. So for me, it's just the best way for me to organize things in my head. Now, everybody else, they're more than welcome to build it as soon like once the content comes out, as the content is going. But it is going to be picking from your decks, so you have to have the champions and your decks, I mean, at least somewhat ready, I assume. um I don't think so. I don't think that like as the run is going you can change the gear, like once your deck is pulled, the champions from your deck is pulled, I don't think you can re-gear them once that's happened, like once you've actually pressed start, you know No, no. So how it works is that it's going to be pulling, I think it's 5 random champions from both decks. So I can be, and you get to pick which one. So you can either pick your pools from deck one or deck two. Deck one and deck two are like you can't pick champions from each, from what I understand. So it's you either get these let's say I get Ashnar, Duchess, Necmo, Pythion, and Seer, or I get, Miscreated, Crocad, Ancora, Narcisse, and Togron. So you have to have a very like balanced team on both sides. So regardless of what you get, you have a chance at having a very strong team. If you don't do that, you could end up, with a, a Duchess, a Pythion, and Ursala, an Uko, and Cardiel. Like it's you could end up with a very support heavy team if all you have on one team is supports, and then you just won't win. Or you'll have, Trunda, Carnage, Marius, Razelvarg, and Cheshire. And if there's a lot of, heavy hitting bosses, you're just gonna lose. When will the Grim Forest be released? I'm pretty sure next Tuesday, if I had to guess, based off how they generally do things, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week. It'll be next week for sure. They don't put this much information out about content unless it's right before it comes out. Okay, so I see. Isn't debuffers plus seconds. One deck with damage dealers and debuffers plus. Yeah, I mean, it's just you have to have a lot of everything in each team. Um, I kind of talked through my logic of it all. Putting like on this team, I have a lot of HP nukers, so I put Togron in here. Yensensa, she really helps out with the HP nukers as well because she doesn't give like increased attack or anything, so she pairs well with them. I think the biggest thing is just making sure you are well rounded and like balanced throughout everything. Because if you make too many decisions of putting champion like regardless of what I pull here, unless I get incredibly unlucky, I'm going to have a support, I'm going to have a nuker, I'm going to have a debuffer. I could get incredibly unlucky and pull Carnage, Marius, Leonardo, Razelvarg, and Cheshire, but it's just not likely. And then I have a whole another chance of pulling something good on this side. Okay, so builds. Razelvarg. What do we have damage wise? Where is my damage gear? I think I'm gonna go instinct on him. It's generally where like my second string gear is. Yeah, so we have some decent pieces in here. Most of them are kind of okay. With the fusion, what have they? I don't think they've put out like a fusion announcement yet. No, I mean it's definitely not going to be like put out that long because all the content for like Curse City came out right before it came out, like within a few days. And that's how they've done everything for the entire time I've been playing the game. So I'm based off of patterns. They don't they don't tend to like put out a bunch of information and then wait. They don't like to sit on their information like a lot of companies do. Especially once all of the different CCs are getting information, they're starting to tell everybody what's going on. Content creators have like an NDA where they cannot release anything up until Raid says so. Now, sure, some of these content creators probably knew a lot of this stuff, last month, but they'll never tell you that. It's just kind of how Raid functions. Maybe not last month, but they've probably had this information for a good bit, and everybody gets the green light at the same time, and that's why you see all the videos. Like you see a flood of videos all at the same time from the different content creators because they were all just told, hey, go ahead, post your video. I assume a lot of them have things pre-recorded. I think that'd be the smartest way to do it. Um, no, but these are my assumptions from how I've seen different, like I've worked with a sponsor before. That's how they did it. That's how I've heard most content creators talk about it. No, that one's not great. We might just take this one. We have a lot of extra crit rate, so we're probably gonna have to swap out a piece. Let's look for crit damage. Oh, there we go. And then we just want a very heavy attack ring. Yep, like that. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta change out a piece. To drop some of this crit rate, which I think we can probably find something in the top row to swap out, no problem. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's how they have to do it. It wouldn't make it wouldn't make sense to do it really any other way. Like you want your content creators for your game to be informed, so they're not just throwing false information at everybody. Um, but you also want your stuff to stay under wraps until it's actually fully time to start throwing things out there. Come on, show me something good here. I mean, it's certainly good, but not what I want. What about a... We've already kind of looked at weapons, no? Yeah, we have. Okay. So maybe we go and check a cruelty shield. Yeah, we have a good amount of crit rate on this one. That's a minus 11. It's minus 10. Minus 10 with speed. It's not really worth it. I just hate being over stats. Yeah. No, I mean, it happens all the time. People break the embargo all the time. Either by misunderstanding or whatever else, or just them wanting to get the content out first. And, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a I got caught thing, but it's definitely a, oh crap, I messed up. Minus technic. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Alright, well, Brazelvarg. Not bad. You know, it's like a fourth string nuker. I can be pretty happy with this. 7.5k, 255, 300. Ooh, wait, something I haven't asked and something that I haven't heard anybody else talk about. Do we know if area bonuses are going to involve Grim Forest? Because if they are, I really need to be doing more live arena. I kind of fell off because of life stuff this season and last season, which has been very frustrating, but you know, what can you do? No, I know they don't include Chimera, but I think that's just, I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say I think it's because it's more of a competitive place, but then again, like Hydra, but it's all weird, man. Raid never makes sense to me with some of their decisions. It always just kind of feels thrown together. Especially like you know, you put out area bonuses, but then why don't they include all content? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I need to get him booked. I really need to get my Fabian booked. Well, my second Fabian. This is my second Fabian. Um, he needs booked for this content, so hopefully I get a little bit lucky. He also needs masteries. I need to go in and change my, just so I know, for the sake of knowing. Yeah, I already have the main three that I need masteries for. Do another champion. Oh, yeah, that was pretty fun. You know, I could definitely schedule another one of those. it takes a lot of time, and I don't know if there's like a better way for me to do that. Oh, yeah, I just need to finish my dailies real quick before I forget we get all these champions built, and then I miss my dailies for the third day in a row. No, I mean, I would love to go and do one of those. I just need to figure out the best and most efficient way to do it because I end up using so much of the live arena time up, and I'm not able to get like that many different things pushed out. Which I mean, sure, good for content, but bad for progression type thing. All right, can we? Yeah, we need to do this, and then I think like what a couple dungeon runs, maybe not dungeon, campaign runs. Okay, Cheshire, do your thing, man. There we go. Fun champion. All right, yep. Cool. And then we just need to do these. Sorry, guys. I probably should have done this beforehand, but you know, we're still talking about stuff, and I just don't want to forget and miss out on the resources that you kind of need. Energy and working towards some shards. No, so I mean, when should I try and schedule that for like next weekend? Like next Saturday, next Friday, something? What do you guys think is the best time for me to go and do one of those videos or one of those streams really? Or for every loss I do a build for you guys. I think it tends to work well on the weekend times. 'Cause that's when the most people are available. Alright, this should be the last one, right? Or is there one more after this? There may be one more. Not sure. I'll press it to make sure I don't have to come back over here. Chimera was supposed to be included. I mean, it would make sense, right? It would make sense. But again, it's Plarium. A lot of the stuff they do doesn't make sense. I don't think they try and make it make sense. Oh, is it 3x speed? I need to get in on this. Should probably just drop one. Well, no, I need to get my masteries done. Had my Mikage ungeared and unmasters for like 10 days. Oh no. I'm sorry, man. Okay, what happened there? This run should already be over. Do I have some like Oh, Kymar isn't built. Is that what it is? Yeah, Kymar's unbuilt right now, which probably isn't great. That was a slow run. Yeah, whatever. It's done. Now we can get back to building. So what are our next builds? What else do we need to get done? This Armons needs built. Lamasu's pretty much good. Necmo's good. Cardiel needs rebuilt for sure. Venus needs rebuilt. She needs to be around 330 speed though, and 9-piece feral, kind of hard to get. Pythion is doing just fine. Maybe a little extra resistance would be good, but besides that, he's looking good. Uko needs rebuilt. Oh wait, I'm on the what? Oh, okay. I was just looking at the wrong Fabian earlier. Okay. Fabian's good. Cheshire is kind of good. I just need to make sure that Trunda gets like a different build. Oh, she has this one. Okay. Alright, then we're fine. Because I can throw this one on Trunda, and then I can throw this one on Cheshire. And then that puts him 8k, 250. Yeah, okay. He's fine. Oh, Seer. Seer needs rebuilt, or Sala needs rebuilt. Okay. We should probably just start with Armons. And then go to Cardiel, Venus, and the two epics. Now, Armons, what is the best way to build them for PvE specifically? I mean, it's probably nothing different, right? Maybe a stack of pinpoint in case. I mean, I don't know like what all of the new bosses are going to entail. I don't know what all of their special abilities are. So maybe it's a case of maybe I mean pinpoint's good, reflex could be good, you know, a resetting set just so he can cycle even faster if that's even possible. You know, he tends to cycle pretty quickly. Yeah, sure. We'll go like this. We'll just try and make sure he's pretty quick, high accuracy. Uh, he doesn't need to be in like stone, maybe stone skin. Now that I think about it, I was gonna say he doesn't need to be, but I don't think they're gonna have champions built in like relics and stuff though, for the boss fights. Because I mean, they could put like a Calvalax out with an Arachno elixir, and then we just lose. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a lot of fun if they started introducing like actually built champions into certain things. But then again, if you have an actually built Calvalax with Arachno elixir and he has 13k attack base, it might be a little much. Um. Okay. What are my? Yeah, you know, retaliation could be good, but I don't have any of that gear. Because again, nobody runs nobody runs that. I don't want to take anything that could be like incredible for a PvP build, but then again, like if it was going to be on a PvP build, it would already be on a PvP build. I shouldn't be too worried about it. Let's just try and get some speed sets in here. Let's shoot for, you know, accuracy, of course. I think we have a decent one on like, yeah, there's that. This has 18 base, which is much better, but this one has HP percent. Ah, we're gonna take it. It's fine. And then we just need a righteous piece. Man, I wish I could get this gear forge pass. It's a really good one. Every time that it's righteous, it's always worth getting. It is the most important forge pass set to get. That and instinct. I mean, instinct is good, but I just don't think it has nearly the effect that a that one of these sets that a righteous set has. We're gonna leave it unleveled, just for sake of. Oh, he also needs masteries. Okay, let's get him in here. So yeah, both. Is he yeah, he's faster than not this one. I mean, if I could, I would. It's one of the better ones. Well, it's the best one to get by far. Okay, do I have like a preset somewhere? No, I just have these duo teams. We'll throw it down here. We needed both of the epics and Fabian. Yeah, Fabian. That, and then the last one was the second Armand's. Wherever he is. Okay. I'm just gonna call this Minnow. And then just make sure Marius does his right stuff. Make things quicker. Okay. Yep, that's fine. I mean, of course, it's better to set these guys to A1, but when I do put them in here, I'm just gonna make them, I'm just gonna take their gear off. Okay. Let's go back. I want to make sure that everybody has resets for their builds. No, oh yeah, Ashnar also needs rebuilt. That's something I need to do. Or, no, I have this build, which is a hybrid build. I just need to get it maxed out crit rate. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna use this. It's decently fast, decent damage, enough accuracy, okay resistance. We're gonna use that. I just need to max out resist. Okay. Fabian, I mean Armand, he's good. Let's go through. I know. Oh, she also needs rebuild. My goodness, I'm being very forgetful right now. I guess we're gonna go back to her and get her done. We need her in Relentless. It's the only way. I think there really is to build her. How much uh, how much relentless do I have? Not too sure. It's been a hot minute since I built somebody in relentless. Oh, okay. So Shayak is currently in it. Does he have good pieces? Yeah, his pieces are alright, but if I'm able to, I think I'll just take off a fat man. Yeah, I don't think it's too big of a deal. I don't use him for anything at the moment. I was trying to use him in a specialized team in Chimera, but I've yet to get it fully set up, and I don't plan on getting it fully set up anytime soon. So I think it's better to go ahead and do this. Alright, now we need to get survivability. She's very squishy right now, so HP percent with speed. It's really what we're focused on right now. Let's see. Yeah. Throw Defiant. If we have a Defiant helmet, I will take whatever it is. Defiant. Have this piece. There we go. And then we'll throw her into Pinpoint. And that'll knock out her build pretty easy. Cool. Alright, so she's 65k HP, 4k defense, 500 resistance, 307 speed. Good enough for me. Let's go ahead and delete this preset. Save this one. We're just going to call it Forest. Cool. Now Razelvarg. Forest. Armons. Forest. And then Necmo's is saved, hers is saved. Oh, what did I just do? What in the world? Okay. Accidentally pressed the button on OBS and things went a little wonky. Alright, Cardiel. What's the best way to build a Cardiel? For something like this, you know, focused on waves, trying to make sure he's putting up healing consistently. What, we probably want him really fast. It's probably a reflex move, right? It's probably trying to pull some damage in a reflex set. Or is it a 9-piece Merciless? Do I have 9-piece Merciless? One. Can I reroll these? These are pretty bad. Show me something here. Oh. That's better. Take it to 12, see if it hits any amount of speed. Okay, it hits a little bit. We would like him with some attack. Try and make him do a little bit of damage. And we want to make him a pretty good overall pick right now. Yeah, so we need to pull some crit stats. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I think we have some really good crit rate gauntlets. Yeah, we do. Those are pretty decent, but they have no speed. Do I have any with speed? Oh, and accuracy can be really good on him. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Accuracy, quite valuable for him, I do believe. Because, let me double check. Yeah, so we need to make some accuracy somehow on this build, which is this is a very stat heavy build. Ooh, what an amazing one for this. We'll go with this one. This is actually perfect because then he's cycling even quicker. We're getting some accuracy out of it. He's placing that True Fear pretty consistently, so that's fine. He'll need a lot of pieces rolled during the next artifact enhancement. I think there might be one going right now, but I don't think I need to max it. I think I already have it pretty much done. Now, do we want... We probably want HP percent on the chest just to give him some survivability because he's incredibly squishy right now. I think that's probably the smartest move. And then we can try and pull some stats somewhere else. Like this. This is fine. Get attack percent. Now we really need speed. We need speed and accuracy. and crit damage. Do I have enough pieces to make that happen? No idea. Those are Mari's pieces. Those are already equipped. All of those are equipped. Guess we could probably take that one. Okay, maybe we don't need the crit rate. We have too many good crit rate pieces. Okay, I mean, we can still get a lot of attack percent. Some survivability off of that. We get crit damage coming. Let's try for just a normal build here. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, we'll take that. Mishinaki's actually really a good option for this content. This has accuracy, HP percent, speed. This has literally everything we need. Well, we're gonna take it. Now we need something with some crit rate, which is gonna be this. We need crit rate and speed. Oh man. A lot of stats. A lot of stats that we need. This is an ambitious build right here. Guess we'll try for this one. That rolled really well. Need some more speed though. If we can get him around 240, 250, I'll take it. Is that a Marius piece? I assume it is. So we'll take this one, and then we need a lot of crit rate. Do I have a very heavy crit rate helmet? That's a Trunda piece. Yeah, I mean, Trunda has a really heavy crit rate one. He only needs to be 70% crit rate. He puts up crit rate buff on himself. So we can drop any need for crit rate. Yeah, we'll just take that. See if we can get these to ascend. I mean, any ascension is good at this point. I think we've kind of already established that. We'll take any ascension because any ascension gives us stats that we need. I think cardio will be very, very valuable. Attack percent. You know, let's throw a big one on there for the fun of it. It's good with me. And then these pieces need maxed, but I can still glyph them. Just get a feel for where we are on the stats. Sadly, this did not go in any way good on the Ascension. We do want to see crit damage here, but we'll leave it be. And then with this piece, it could still hit some speed. If it hits accuracy, that's awesome. It did. That's awesome. Attack, defense, all that fun stuff. I should probably just wait to see VC to finish ascending everything. Alright, so as is, pretty squishy. I definitely need to work on that. Accuracy is a little low. So, I mean, everything can be worked on, but it's not a bad start. Speed to be gained everywhere pretty much. A lot of ascensions to be got, to be had, I think is how I should have said that. Okay, alright, we're good. Cardio. We would like to reset this maybe, but I think we're gonna have to leave it. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that. And then these could be reset for sure. Is it worth the gems? I mean, if we're looking to get... I mean, probably, yeah. Since he's a very important piece to all of this. Go like that, and then... See, the biggest thing here is that we definitely need that. And then Lore of Steel can be really good. This one, no, we're gonna go here. Lasting Gifts, and then think Spirit Haste is probably the best option. Then we'll run this down to War Master. Still, despite him being in Merciless, we still want War Master. It helps against bosses. This, if we get a gemstone, there's still room to grow, but I like the build. He will definitely do for now. Alright. Cool. Venus, she needs to be about 330 speed, 9 pieces of feral. How realistic? I don't know. We'll see. My feral gear hasn't always been the luckiest, so there's a pretty big chance that I'm not able to get it. Mod with a pretty good one there. We will, so we're gonna go with something new there. And then this one has speed, so we're gonna take it, and an accuracy ascension. She needs to be about 500, 550 accuracy. We'll take that. Ooh, we're running a little low on the speed. Okay, that boosts our accuracy. This boosts our accuracy and our speed a good bit. Guess we'll have to take that. And then, dude, the speed is so difficult to reach. It's actually crazy. Wish I wasn't struggling to hit this, but here we are. This could be re-rolled into possibly speed, HP percent, defense percent. Turned out to be a little worse than it was before. Alright, I mean, is this already on Ashnar? It's probably already on Ashnar, but I'll try. Then our next best speed is only a double roll. Okay, so this is what we're working with as a base as speed. That is just not good. I don't have any speed glyphs. Let's double check. I want to see if Ashnar is actually using this build, using this piece. No, he's not, but he... Okay, yeah. Guess we'll have to... Huh, okay, I guess I'm a little confused now what I should be building here. I could try and go Relentless Honor. Guess. Or I could just go for full speed and accuracy and drop the feral. Which I guess I don't love that, but it's not like the worst. It's not the worst option. Drop the feral, go for like a reflex type setup. Alright, let's see what I have. I know I have some decent... Yeah. Alright, we'll take... I mean, probably this one is from his best. And then... Yeah, we'll take that. Now we need a lot of speed, a lot of accuracy. Let's just go like this and see what we have. Speed, accuracy. Perception. Still needs to be a lot faster. Which is where we can throw her in a righteous set, maybe? Do we have a righteous helmet that is usable? Not being already used. Bellavers puts us at 313. 313, and we get 5 from here. It's okay. It's not bad. 318. We can get some more accuracy and stuff from Ascensions. She has Merciless to help with resets. Oh yeah, that's fine. Drop that preset. And save this one. Alright. Yeah, I mean, not the strongest build on Venus. I would say that's pretty useless on her. I'll throw a golden elixir. Just to help keep her alive, because she doesn't have any, like, really inbuilt sustain. Alright. So that means, yeah, I saved her preset. That means we get to go to Uko. Needs to be built, and then these two. My goodness, someone outside with their car is having a rough time. Alright. 1 second, guys. Um, yeah, I just need some sound here. Make sure I don't get copyrighted. Alright, we're good. Cool. Alright, now Uko, what do we want on him? We want him in a stun or a provoke set with at least one piece of revenge, you know. If we could have 3 pieces, that's ideal. But we will put him in stone skin and some set. Let's see what we have. Okay, this one's higher speed. This one's higher survivability. We'll take survivability. That one's higher accuracy. Yeah. That's a lot of accuracy. Then we'll take... yeah, we'll take this one. Yep. Alright, now we need stone skin. We want him in stone skin, just to, you know, help with reviving. We can keep him at the speed he's at now, and it's fine. We could take him up a little bit, but we don't want to take him up, like, too much. That's actually his piece right there. It used to be. A while ago. Okay. No, we're gonna take this one. You know, it takes us up some speed, which isn't what I wanted, but it does give us a lot of stats. And then we will take... I mean, do I have anything that's more heavy on the accuracy than the speed? No, not really. I have just a lot of speed rolls. Oh wow. What's this? This could be great. Funny enough, that kind of fits what I wanted. Sure. Then we'll put him in stun skin to finish it off. Some survivability would be nice. Yeah, there we go. And then on him, he can really go in anything. Searoth could be okay. But I think we're just going to throw him in an elixir as well, because it's just another one of these champions without inbuilt sustain. Sure. Alright, we'll keep that. We'll save it. We will, again, call this one Forest. Because it's going in the Grim Forest. Alright. Fabian's built. Cheshire's built. Seer is not built. This is a bad build. She needs to be much heavier on the attack if we're going to be using her, because her A1 needs to be usable. Which is something I've never, you know, really had to have on my Seer as a usable A1. Do I have a crit damage with a crit damage ascension? Possibly equipped to like Zargala or somebody? Okay, we have one on him. We're gonna take it. Max it out real quick. Hey, good evening, man. Welcome to the stream. From the UK. Dang, brother. How late is it for you? Oh, I thought it was way later. It's only 6 o'clock for me? Oh. I was thinking it was like 9. My sense of time is way off. I guess we're gonna take most of Varl's gear. It seems like he has some pretty solid DPS gear on right now. Let's throw him attack. Let's see what we have. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Oh, it's morning in Australia. Wow. Oh, cool. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy how how far across the world everybody is and how we all end up liking the same stuff. I've always found that's the biggest thing I enjoy about the internet. It's just the community of it all. People you would never have ever talked to in any other way. It's always interesting to me. Let's see what we can find. Am I actually putting good? I'm actually gonna be putting decent gear on a seer. That's weird. I'm gonna try to avoid putting incredible gear on her, but some okay gear isn't crazy. Let's go speed, crit rate. Yeah, that's gonna end up on somebody. We can take this though. Alright, now I just need to focus, throw some crit damage in there. Hopefully we can find some stats somewhere. Uh, no, we need a lot more crit rate. I don't have a 30% crit rate piece, I don't think. Or at least, like, in a good set. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm super stoked for all the new content coming. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty frustrating. Largely because if they treated anything like they did Amius, Amius had the worst coding of anything they've ever done, ever. Amius was so poorly coded. So hopefully they don't do that with the new bosses, because it'll make them almost impossible to beat. Amius, if any of you remember, I don't know if any of you guys fought Amius on his first rotation, but he would just use random moves. There was zero logic to anything he did. So it took everybody trying to think of stuff. It was rough. Okay. Is that build okay? 335, 5.5k, 239, some survivability. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing great, but she'll do her job. Now we have Ursala. Yeah, Amy is to this day. More hate him than I like him. Anymore, I like Amius. I think he's an incredibly easy boss. But that's largely because I was one of the first people to beat him, and it got to experience day one, well, day four Amius, whatever. Day four Curse City, where Amius came out, and he was just. It took me almost the entire month to beat him, because I didn't have Elva, I didn't have any of the champions people were using to beat him. So now I don't mind him at all. It's made things a lot easier. Okay, so she needs to be. I would like her in a rebirth and a bolster? Or a regen? I don't mind that idea. Yeah, I'd like a rebirth to get this. And then a regen. So let's see, do I have. I know I have very few pieces. Do I have any decent ones? Yeah, I have triple speed right there. That one's not bad. 11 steps of the Marius missions. Please, oh, yeah. Man, you're close to, yeah, you're close to Marius. That's awesome. Marius is just such a big champion. When is Grim Force coming to the game? It should be next week. Based off of everything I know about this game, they always put out all the content the week before, or even a few days before. So, based off of, all of the um all the like leaks and things they've been putting out. I don't know if you can even call them leaks. It's just information really. But it should be next week. A little low on the HP. Wonder if we can. Yeah, no problem, man. No, yeah, it's they always do things just before, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. Is all the content creators have like an embargo that they have to do things off of. So a lot of content creators have this information before like Raid actually puts it out and lets them post it. And that's usually just about a week before is when they're allowed to start saying stuff. Okay. 400 resistance, 260 speed, 4.4k, 71. It's okay. It's not great. It's probably worth putting this on her since she is a reviver. And then, wait, did I put one on Mikage? I didn't. She could use... Yeah, she could use this for sure. Man, I wish I wish I didn't miss so many weeks of Chimera. Alright. Alright, so she's done. That means deck 1 is done. And is ready for Grim Forest. Awesome. Quick little run through the builds, guys. Oh, Ashnor isn't technically done. Let's go finish Ashnor. He just needs a defense percent damage piece, and then he's fine. Yeah, just off the crit rate. Oh, yeah, I don't have any. I haven't pulled a single one of the Crow relics, brother. If I had one, it would definitely go on here, but it's just not something I've been too lucky with. Is this gonna break my arena, Hydra, etc.? Nope. All of this gear doesn't touch anything. This is all like third, fourth, fifth string gear. None of this stuff matters to me. Now something like this is just a this is just kind of like a, you know, I have presets essentially is what I'm trying to say without me stuttering for the thousandth time. These are all just presets. So, I have my forest preset right here, but everything else is completely fine. Like my Marius, I can use either one of these and it'll work just fine. Um, she doesn't even need a special preset. Leonardo doesn't need a special preset. A lot of these are just my arena builds or something. Necmo, he's just going to stay in his Chimera build. Maybe I need to eventually put him in a Sunset. I don't know. But this will be fine. Uko, I don't use. Pythion, I don't use. And has had this build for forever. Cardiel, Venus aren't being used. Like, most of these champions that I'm building aren't being used for the most part. Yeah, dude. Cheshire is something else, man. Love this champion. My build on him isn't the best, but he still does crazy amounts of work. Um, he's kind of in like extra gear for the most part. He has crit rate gauntlets and stuff, and haven't been too lucky on accessories, so he's just kind of in some random pieces, but he works. Use him in arena for the fun of it. Really enjoying him. By the way, guys, thank you all for tuning into this stream. Love talking to some people. Make streaming a lot more fun. Oh, we have a second Ashnor. Shit. That's fun. Forgot I had a second Ashnar. That means I'll have to build a second special build for this. How many nukers do we have? I guess I gotta count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 9-ish out of 20. I guess it's just another hybrid build. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna throw him in this build to make sure I'm not taking pieces when I go to build the second Ashnar. Okay. Alright, so let's see who else done. Embreeze is done. Commodus is done. Lyssandra's done. Unrio's done. Armand's is done. Thor's done. Togron. Narcisse. Mod, okay. Mod needs built for sure. Torment needs built. Crowcat needs built. Ancora's done. Duchess needs built. Raglan needs built. Okay, we got a lot of builds. If I pulled a third Ashnar, I would be stoked. Because I would +2 my Ashnar, and then he would be my main arena speed booster. Do you have to pre-build everything? Can't you build the champs for each stage later on? Okay, so that's something that Cropicio asked earlier, and I don't think so. So here, actually, let me pull up the video. YouTube. Read Shadow Legends. Alright. Let's see, where is... Alright. Let me pause my Spotify. We will unmute this. And we will go ahead and go up to where they actually start talking about this.
You take, but also the champions you choose to accompany you on this journey. When you first enter the Grim Forest for a particular rotation, you'll need to pick your squad of champions. Your squad is comprised of 2 team decks, with normal mode seeing you pick 10 champions per deck, and hard mode requiring 20 per deck. Whenever you enter a stage, the game will randomly select champions from both your decks, and you must pick which ones you bring into battle. You can redraw this champion selection up to 4 times a day, and you'll gain some... You can redraw this champion selection up to 4 times a day, and you'll gain some abilities as you explore that give you more precise control over your team composition. But at some point, you'll need to play the champion.
Alright. So, based off of this, it seems like, yes, and I could be wrong, but it seems like once you get to this screen, you can rebuild the champions. No. Yeah, you can definitely rebuild the champions once you get to this screen. Now, is it ideal to, have some different champions to, have some actual builds ready? Yes, for sure. Now, can all of you just go ahead and say, I'm going to play the game, go in, and then build my champions? Yes, 100%. Clearly. It's cut and it's dry here, It's very clear. Whenever they have this, and they have this champion selection, that means you can rebuild the champions before you actually start. There's I don't think there's a single thing in the game where if this shows up, you can't go and change your builds. Now, I'm gonna go back to this.
Out of champions.
Do they show the actual drawing process? I want to see. Okay. Alright. So yeah, it draws 10 from each. You get to pick from those 10. Okay. You get to pick, either side, right? Or do you just get to pick 10 flat out? That's so weird. That's not 1, 2, 3. That's so weird. No, so, I mean... do I let's hop back over here. I want to see something before I get too much further into things. I think Carpiccio did have a very good point in saying that you could do a team of damage dealers and a team of supports, but do I think that's the most valuable way to do things? Um, no. So this, no, I know. I've heard that. I've heard that idea. If I were to reformat my decks, though, let me see. Just for sake of seeing, because again, I think Carpiccio did have a very good point with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so I mean, I essentially have 20 damage dealers already. Okay. No, okay. No. So, looking at it right now, if you're against, shoot. Now I'm questioning. Now I'm questioning things. Because if I'm thinking, because it depends against what boss you're up against, you know? Because if I'm up against a certain boss where I'm like, man, I really want Crocad and Shayek, and then I pull, but of course it's hard to get like the combo. No, so I think putting a Newt in one of these teams is actually really valuable. Maybe a Newt in each team. But do I like only nukers on one side? I don't think I do. Now, I would like to explain why. So when we look at this screen here, and let's get it pulled up. All right, so if we only had nukers on this side and only supports and debuffers on this side, we end up missing a lot of, I feel like we miss a lot more because I like the amount of I like the amount of variety that you get from having a good mix on both sides. Now, do I think there's a fair like argument to say, you put more on one side than the other? Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I do really appreciate the shout for that, man. That's a great call. And Cropicio, I sent him a DM saying, "Yo, I really like that. I like that idea because he mentioned it earlier, and I just didn't really understand what he was saying." No, so I still think most of the champions I've picked are probably the right move, but I do think that I should probably take out a champion or two for a Newt. Newt just bringing, the amount of damage and control that he does. Who is worth taking out for a Newt? Um, I think I want to keep Miscreated for everything he does. He has a lot of control, a lot of support, a lot of damage. I think I keep him in. Now I'm kind of torn between possibly getting rid of Crocad or adding in Shayek or possibly taking out someone like Leonardo maybe and putting in Newt. I'm not sure. Who is someone that could easily come out? I think Ashnar is such a valuable champion where it's probably best to put him in, like to put both of them in. Because even if you did get two of them in one draw, you can have one built for damage, one built hybrid or for support. I think Alice comes out. I think Alice comes out. I think we put in a new. I think that's the best call. Yeah, I think I just throw this Newt in to what, that was team 2 that she's in. Yeah, okay. Now, do I put another Newt in? I have a Marius and I have a Newt. I don't think so. I think this is fine. No, so I just like the amount of variety that I get. All right, yeah, cool. So that means, do I want to reformat these decks is my next big question. Where do I use Ashnar? I use Ashnar in Arena, I use Ashnar in Faction Wars, I use them in Curse City, I use them in Hydra. Some people use him in Chimera, and I'm going to be using him in the Forest. I'm going to be using two of him in the Forest. Yeah. So I would like, man, it's really hard for me to decide if I want to move things around. Yeah, for real. Where can't you use Ashnard? Nowhere. He is top tier almost everywhere in the game. Besides, I mean, Chimera, he's a little iffy. See, I like being guaranteed a Duchess. I like being guaranteed an Ashnar. And then I just like having so many different options. No, I like how I formed my decks. Do I think that a team of nukers and then a team of debuffers and supports is a good idea? Yes. It is definitely a good idea. Will I be doing it? No. I think what I have works for me. Now, if something works better for you guys, that is fantastic. I don't think that there's a better way for my account to split things up. Because in here, it's about 10-10 split between nukers and supports. Same thing here. Um, which I could easily just divide into the different decks. But I don't want to lock myself out of possibly getting someone like Mikage and then someone like my really good Fabian or something else. I don't know, guys. Well, I guess we'll get a better feel for it as the content actually comes out. But I think going into the content, this is the best way to divide things up. For me, again, for me. For you guys, Nub's idea is probably the best idea. It's just a much more well-rounded, like, you're guaranteed nukers and you're guaranteed supports no matter what. But when I have dupes like this and then I have chances of, like, overlapping or something, I would rather get that chance of my Ashnars or my Armands or Fabians or whatever. Ashnar works everywhere. He's so versatile. Yep, 100%. Ashnar, in my opinion, is a top 3 champion in Raid. I had a tier list video that I recorded that just didn't work out. The framing was off, but I yeah, no, I believe he's a top 3 champion in Raid. He's the best champion in Hydra. He's incredible literally everywhere. What a guy. Okay. So that means, man, that question had me, and it still has me stumped a little bit. Relentless, this is another relentless champion. good in protection, but I think Relentless is probably the way to go. So we will get her possibly in there. If not, I'll see what I can do. But her A1 paired with like Onryo or something can be absolutely incredible. So let's go through. Let's check this out. What do I have? Oh, it is 60 degrees in my room. Well, in my house, actually. This isn't, I'm in the living room. It's a little chilly in here. Should probably turn on the heat at some point. Okay. Let's see. I mean, since we need one more decently fast piece. Yep, that's fine. And then we want her with survivability. We would like her to be a lot quicker. So let's just go focus speed, HP percent, see what we have. I guess we'll just pick that up, go with the speed piece on the shield, and we'll be doing just fine. She also works great in a stun set or, you know, really any control set. She's a fantastic candidate for that as well. Come on, man. I just want some survivability. What's up with all these attack ascensions? There we go. Okay. And then accuracy, speed. We got a triple right there. And then we go pinpoint. Preferably with some survivability. Like that and that. Cool. Alright. A little bit of room for accuracy glyphs and things, but overall, not too bad. I can like this build. Just save this as first and continue on. Oh yeah, Crixie is a lot of fun. Getting Astronaut as your first mythic is incredible. Yeah, mythicals feel like a starter Pokemon, limited availability. Everybody has like one for a while. You know, you talk to your friends, oh, which one do you have? Yeah, for sure. And I like that about it, honestly. Like, I mean, of course, there's gonna be Krakens that just have all of them, and you know, good for them, I guess. But the novelty of pulling like your first mythic or you know, whatever it may be is just so much more fun, in my opinion, than just having everything. Now, where I'm at in the game, you know, having everything would be pretty awesome, but earlier on, things are just a lot more fun when you start pulling and you have Ash and Sieg. Man, Siegfried's my favorite champion in Raid. I would absolutely love to pull a Siegfried. Okay, let's look for some... Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Cool. Look for some more attack percent. We don't need it to be with you know, crit rate. We can focus more on the crit damage and the speed. What do we have? We have this quad crit damage piece, which is pretty nice. Oh, we have this one. This Zeal piece is really cool. But do I have literally anything worth using as Zeal gauntlets? I have no idea. I don't know if I have a single one with the crit rate on it. I do. I could fix this Ascension. I could fix this Ascension as well. This could be a pretty decent build. I'll take it. We'll keep that. We'll drop this so, you know, he can actually just exist with this. Wait a second. No, okay. He's fine. He's fine. Yeah, he always feels like a guaranteed ban, but to a degree, you have to, like, you can't always just ban him. And things like bombers really help, you know, fight Siegfried. Block debuffs. I mean, yeah, block buffs. Things like Lamasu really help. All right, what are we able to get here? I'm hoping to get a really good build on my Miscreated. I'm hoping to make him like a star of things. I can always just ban him. Nah, I mean you can. But times I don't think it's always the best option. I think there's times where, you throw in a little Nias ban or something else. Okay, come on. What are we doing here? I just need a decent piece. Can this like double roll HP or something? Single roll. I'll take it. Alright, now crit damage. What do I have? I know I have a couple pieces maxed. Oh, that one for sure. That one's great. And then here we're looking for probably just accuracy. Accuracy is probably the best option. Um, what? Man, I don't have too many pieces. My account is not looking great right now. Where's all my gear? So I'll take that one. All right, let's look for some solid savage, I guess. That's what was already kind of slotted in. No, I mean, if you want Miscreated to do big old nukes, you definitely need some decent gear on him. What's the top row? That's a 5-star piece. I'd like to avoid 5 stars. I'll take that. I'd like to focus some crit rate, because it's going to be pretty hard to max out crit rate elsewhere. Yeah, HP, max crit rate with some accuracy. That's fine with me. And then, I mean, this piece is incredible, but we need crit rate and speed. There's no other options. This yeah, that one's great. So now we need to make up a lot of crit rate. About 20% per piece. What do we have? No. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good start. And then this last piece can have a lot less of the crit rate writing on it. We would like to see pretty heavy speed, though. That is a very heavy speed piece. I could change these ascensions to HP percent, so it would be over the 100k pretty easily. Yeah, this is fine. It's not incredible, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, wait a second. Do I have an extra dagger? Fatalis, yeah. Give me that. Alright, there. So that puts us closer to the 100k. Puts him over 300%. We still need masteries, still need a good amount of stuff. I can be happy with this. So a lot of ascensions, a lot of glyphs to be worked on. Cool. So that's a good start. So save that. And then we have Fabian, Raglan, Duchess, Maud, and Tormund left, really. Oh, man. Alright. You have good rolls on your pieces. I get maybe one piece per 20k energy. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had good luck on my gear for my biggest downfall my entire time in raid has been my champion luck. I know it may look like I've had some decent champion luck, but I promise you, if you've seen how many shards I've pulled, I have had some of the worst. For my first 7 Void Legendaries, I went to maximum pity. 220 shards on the dot. Every single time. It was incredible, really. I mean, I didn't even know it was possible, but somehow my account made it happen. Yeah, I went 3 years, 4 years without a single Void Legendary under Pity. My first non-Pity Void Legendary, I think, was either Santa or Solus. I know it is. I know it is incredibly unlikely. I got screwed. I have always counted my pity. I have my notes on every computer I've ever had has always had where I'm at on my pity on my shards. So no, trust me, I get it. It it sounds wild. But it's just kind of how things have gone for me. All right. Let's look for some defensive stats. Yeah, we'll take the I mean, he's best in a stun set, in some form of control set, so I think that's what we're gonna try and go with. You know, if I can't and we maybe go with like damage, that's fine with me. Fine with seeing him do some damage. Yeah, where's my stun gear? I've pretty much used up most of my decent stun gear. Void Luck is the same for me. I've unlocked their Doomtire champion. Only have 4. 2 MX Fighty and Leorius. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty rough, brother. So in order, my Void Legendaries, I just want to make sure that I'm looking at my Void Legendaries to tell you because let's see. So for me, it went, my first ever Void Legendary pool was Tormin. I think it was, yeah, it was 69 Boomer who pulled my Tormin for me. He pulled me Tormin and Maneater in the same like 10 shards. And then next up was so wild to my next one. My next one was Yakarl, and then I pulled Venus, and then I got another Yakarl. I fed one of my Yakarls to the token trader, so I pulled yeah, I went 220 Torment, 220 Yakarl, 220 Venus, 220 Yakarl. And then I pulled Cardiel. And then I think it was at that point I pulled, I think that's when I pulled Santa. And then I pulled Leal and then Incensa, not Incensa, then Solus maybe? I don't know. Past my first couple ones, I kind of forget, but it was the Yakarl Venus Yakarl that had me wanting to quit the game. That was the most painful experience of my life. I was like, oh my lord. Okay, Wukong. We need to get him built. He's a very, very important one. I'd say for almost literally everybody. The amount of damage he can do is matched by very few. So yeah, we're gonna go for the Merciless build. Do I want him with accuracy? It would be nice. Is it necessary? No. I would rather just go pure damage on Wukong to try and help one-shot stuff. Yeah, I know. His buff is looking really good. But I don't have Noel. And most of his big money things are his buffs with Noel. It's how he gets his defense ignore. It's how he gets a lot of stuff. Just realized I have never pulled a Void Lego. Oh, wow. That's that is unfortunate, brother. Yeah, I mean, I hope around Christmas time you can get something cool. For some Wukong, I used a blood test set all maxed out. Yeah, Noelle was an incredible fusion. It was unfortunate that I missed her fusion. I just think I wasn't. It was either I wasn't playing at the time or I was focused on something else in the game at the time. Not sure. Can we go crit rate gauntlets? We definitely can. Do we have to? I don't know. For Sun Wukong, I use a Bloodthirst set, all maxed out. Bloodthirst, like a lifesteal, like a lifesteal set, or oh, you're good, man. I don't need to apologize. I missed her in the Cernic event. Yeah, it happens, dude. You know, there's gonna be missed fusions. That's just kind of how these things go. It's whatever. I missed Wixbow, which is probably the worst fusion of all time to miss, especially after Titus came out. It's been rough not having her, not having him. What do we have here? It's a really good one. Bloodthirst is a forge set. Oh, okay. No, so it's a lifesteal set essentially. Nukers should shift to ignore defense. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know why I just couldn't think of what that set was. That just isn't a set I ever think about, to be honest. I don't think I have a single piece of it on my account. Yeah. No, I don't have a single piece of it on my account. That's funny. Okay. I think no, we need attack percent on that. So, we're gonna head on over here. Let's take a look. Really good piece there. Yeah, we'll probably take that. And then I'll just go with the last couple of pieces being heavy speed, heavy crit damage, heavy attack percent. What's my roster look like? 1 second, I'll show you. As soon as this build is done, I'll pull it up. We don't need any crit rate. I would like to see low crit rate. Preferably 0, but, you know, sometimes it's hard to get 0 crit rate on things. Okay, let's see. Ah, that would be great. Am I able to drop some crit rate anywhere? Yeah, these boots. These boots could be dropped pretty heavy on the crit rate. We'll go back to the boots. We'll see what we have in replacement. Oh, come on. 1% crit rate off. That is hilarious. Why would you put Wukong in Bloodthirst if you... Yeah. It's fair. Actually hearing Wukong healing doesn't make sense to me. No, I mean, I could see it making sense if he's like your solo carry, especially if you're early game. I could see it, but as you get really any further into the game, I would say try and get him out of that as soon as possible. You will see a lot of benefits of putting Wukong into damage gear. Like this isn't going to be a great build for Wukong. Like this gear that I'm putting on him isn't great, but it's okay. It's not incredible. For me at least. For some people it might be really good gear. I don't know. I've been on a lot of accounts, and a lot of accounts this gear wouldn't be considered too bad. But for me, it's meh. But it's for Forest. I don't think Forest is going to need the most insane gear requirements for certain things. You know, if I'm bringing in Wukong, that it's probably not for something big. Yeah, my roster. There you go. Yeah, we'll throw in the vaults, 6 stars. We'll just go legendary mythics. It's delaying him dying. So when he heals, it takes 30% of damage. Oh, no, I mean, it's okay for early game. No, I'm not saying by any means is it bad for early game, especially if that crit rate bonus is big for you, then take it, man. I mean, you have to make everything specialized to your account. You can't look at, like, my account and see what I'm doing and say that's the only way you should be doing things. Yeah, for sure. Your mid to late game. I I don't say this to be rude, brother, but what do you consider to be mid to late game? Because in my opinion, mid to late game is you have Carnage, you have you have Carnage, you have Embreeze, you have Mikage, you are easily farming all of Hard 10 dungeons. Um, that's mid to late game for me. Ultra end game is you have Polara. I don't have Polara, and I that's largely due to me not just not enjoying the content. How do you like? No, I pulled her, but I'm 15 crowns with no arachnid elixir. Also, only a 1-star soul, so I can't test her yet. Um, so I love Nell. She's one of my favorite champions in the game. Nell is incredibly fun. She is big in the arena. She's in my defense. She's in my siege. She's in most of my arena fights. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you can even do 1 star, go for it because I mean it is a rare. It is worth going for. Um, think I'm mid game as I have only 10 missions left of Marius and Carnage. I'm halfway through. Yeah, that's mid game. Mid game for sure. Late game is you have your Marius, you have your Carnage, you have your Embreeze, you have Lamasu. You have all these different champions. You're speed farming you're speed farming your dungeons and stuff. That's late game. End game is probably where I'm at, where I'm one keying everything, doing the I have I'm pushing towards 10 billion in Hydra. On my Nightmare key, Chimera, I do about 250 mil per key. Um, and then I guess I just need to continue working on this, even though I don't really want to. Kind of have to though, because it's one of the last things to do. And then of course, Curse City. If you're clearing Curse City, I'd say you're probably late game. If you're able to like beat Amius. Now, if you're fully clearing it, that's pretty end game. That's again where I'm at. I fully clear any rotation I want to. Now, do I always want to? Absolutely not. Have I felt like doing it for the past few? Nope. Will I eventually do some more full clears? 100%. But yeah. Oh, it's awful, man. I absolutely hate hard faction wars. It is my least favorite content in Raid. Wasn't I building Tormund? Then I got distracted? Yeah, I was definitely building Tormund, then I got distracted. Is Tormund even worth putting in here? Now that I think about it, probably not. We're gonna take him out. We're gonna move a champion over. Who could be moved over pretty easily? Let's throw Cardio over. It's team 2. And then I'm gonna grab a Newt. And we're gonna throw him on team 1. No, that build's not great, but it's fine. If I need to rebuild him, that'll be fine. Polara is not that good, otherwise people would push for Hardy. Oh yeah, no. Polara is one of the worst mythics in the game, for sure. On HH Optimizer, I'm in game, meanwhile I have 0 Carnage candles and 7... Not having Lydia is when you hit early mid game, I would say. You just got Gerda. That doesn't tell me anything. A login champions do not have any effect on where you are in the game. Absolutely 0. They are, I mean, they're just login champions. All you had to do was log in. I don't feel like they signify any form of like progression in any way, shape, or form. We'll just pick this up. I mean, I don't really need any of this stuff. Actually, how much? Okay, yeah, I might pick up these brews just for the sake of it, but it's not necessary. Okay, let's finish this up. with a Raglan and a Duchess build, I think. Oh no, I mean nobody's like talking down on your progress. I'm just saying there are clear like there's clear goals you have to make in the game to be like late game, end game, whatever. I mean, if you've been playing a year and a half, I'd say most people hit about mid game at that point, unless you spend a lot. If you do spend a lot, then I could, you could be late game. Uh, I mean, if you spend a lot, you could be end game, but you're most likely pushing about mid game. If you have, yeah, it's the quality of the champions you pull. It's how much work you've put into actually pushing your account. Because I mean, there's plenty of accounts where you could say, man, I've been playing a long time, I've done a lot, but realistically, I get on their account and not much has been done. It's a very Raid is just one of those games where there are only certain things. You think Gerda is, I assume you mean underrated. Oh, yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at Xenomorph, honestly. It's not a champion that it's not a champion I've seen a use for. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few people use him. Definitely helping out some people with the, like, not the craziest rosters. Okay, do I have any reroll material? I don't know. No, I don't. Okay. Okay, let's go HP percent, speed, focus to speed, two other poisoners. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you can have him doing some or her doing some decent stuff against she can do decent stuff when there's other poisoners out, 100%. Okay, what do I need here? I need probably just gonna take that. That one's that one's pretty good. Need to look for accuracy, speed. What do I have? Just this one's okay. And then we're just looking at pinpoint. Preferably HP. No. Can I re-roll this one? Let's go HP. HP, awesome. Accuracy, awesome. That's great. Alright, so just under 100k. It'll be over 100k. We have a lot of room for getting our accuracy up and things. That's fine with me. She just needed to be in bolster. Wrist. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched any videos on her. I haven't used her, but no, I mean, I'm sure based off of her kit, she seems alright. Okay, second Duchess. What are we looking at? Guardian, Regen, something like that. Do I have any extra Guardian gear? I know my main Duchess is in Guardian, but can I get this one in Guardian as well? Let's see. This piece could be really good. If it rolls even halfway okay. Yep. Take that. That could be a reroll, but it's probably not worth doing. And then HP percent, speed is not bad. Resistance is good. Yeah, we'll take that. And then I'll go bolster for Duchess. Yeah, for sure. Bolster is the bolster and Guardian tend to be the best sets for like a wave-based Duchess. If I was using her in Arena, I'd put her in Bolster and Stone Skin. If I was using her in Hydra or Chimera, it would either be Protection or Guardian. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's definitely the best way to go. It gives her self-regen, gives her ability to keep everybody alive. Okay, that piece is already being used. Can't take that. So I'll take this. And then this last piece. I need speed. I need HP. I need resistance. What do I have? I have this. I'll take it. Now resistance. Take that one because it's in protection. We need one more protection piece and then one that's just very heavy survivability, which I know I have that. So we'll just go with a HP amulet. We don't have one. Okay, we're gonna go with this one then. Cool. All right, second Duchess done. And then I'll go with this. Tick it up just a little bit. And we're looking pretty good on her. Cool. All right. Now Raglan. How do you build Raglan? There's a lot of ways to build Raglan. I would say the best way is probably, again, a bolster set. For this content specifically, best way to build her is definitely Relentless. How long have I been playing Raid? Since 2019. So almost 7 years. Yeah, I'll just take that. If I can get Relentless, I guess I'll take it. Relentless with like, I don't know, Immortal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have the most gear. I've been on accounts that have 8,000 pieces on them. 'Cause they have every single one of their champions geared, but no, I've always taken I've always been very like meticulous with my gear, making sure it's all worth keeping, all good. Man, her base stats are a little low, right? Let's see. Go heavy on the speed. I mean, it's the same thing that we need on literally every champion. Let's go for Stone Skin. Let's go for Stone Skin. If we're able to keep her alive, and if some boss has some crazy nuke at the beginning and then we have to find a way to live through it, having her in Stone Skin isn't a bad idea. Looking for HP. We have no HP. We have 1,000,000 crit damage pieces. Do we have an HP one equipped? No, we don't. Okay. What's it? Do we have a defense one? Yeah, we do. Defense with HP and resistance. There we go. All right. Yeah, definitely need some work on that build, but it's a decent start. Fabian. Yeah, he's the last one we need to build, right? No, we still have Ashnar. Ashnar. Nah, man. I think we'll take Marius's other build. Whatever build I want Marius in, I'll put Ashnar in the other one. So like I'll probably end up putting him in Marius's Stone Skin build and then Marius on his in his Merciless build. It's probably what I'll do. So that means we just have Fabian left. Okay. Now we get him just into, accuracy, speed, basic stuff. Nothing crazy. It's going to be really similar to the Armon's build. Nothing much. Let's focus speed. Do I have that? Okay. What are some just, extra pieces? That was pretty good. I guess I really just want them quick, though. No? Yeah, guess we'll take that triple speed. That's a Marius piece. We still, yeah, I guess we still need Merciless. 2 pieces of Merciless. It's, okay, what gear is Marius in right now, man? He's in a stone skin gear. Okay. Because all these pieces are Marius's pieces, and I don't want to mess with them all. Okay, let's go figure this out. I don't know why I don't know this, but what shield does he use? Okay, so I can put that other one on Fabian. Cool. We can throw that one on him, and then we still need to pull a lot of accuracy. Just fine. We'll make it work. Yeah, we'll take that. And then we can finish this off with 2 pieces, and one in perception, one in speed. So we probably go with gauntlets for this, and then we go to perception for the chest plate. Is what I assume is going to be the best route. Yeah, that's fine. It's not a great build, but, you know, extra Fabian build. It's okay. Alright, now I have 40 champions built and ready to be put into Forest. Now, of course, some of these builds are going to change, guys. That's just how it works. Yeah, I mean... Oh, we'll see some things about some of the new bosses. You know, some of these champions are going to have to go in some, like, you know, really special builds or whatever else. But for now, I'm fine with the builds. All of them can use some tinkering and whatever, but they'll work. They'll get me through the first however many days. Oh, luckily I just pulled 4 of the 45% less chance of counterattacking. Oh, okay. No, so the extra, you pulled some relentless. That's great. Have you tried merciless for a piece and plus 2 pieces of perception? Yeah, I mean, it definitely works. I mean, the focus is really just on the merciless getting to reset cooldowns. So yeah. Ooh, that rolled well. Quite a few of my champions are in merciless with, like, she's in the same thing. What is this new? It's not an event. It is a permanent game mode. It should be coming out next week. Should be coming out like next between Monday and Thursday, based off of everything I've ever seen from Raid. That's how they always tend to do things. They'll tell us a bunch of stuff about the content, and then roughly a week after they start putting out the information, we get the content itself. Ooh, which is very exciting. I'm definitely ready to hop into this and give it a try. Alright, let's throw a few live arena fights in here, and I think that's where we're gonna call it, guys. Actually, how close am I? Not even kind of. I've missed a few days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's boring. Wanted to go fight Fire Knight. Wow, this is an easy rotation for Fire Knight. Oh, okay. No, so I mean yeah, I mean that was my second Fabian. It's just for the forest. It's okay. But my main Fabian is in Supersonic and Feral. Well, Perception, Supersonic, and Feral. 360 speed, 630 accuracy. Um, Wand, Polymorph, fun stuff. Yo, what's up, Karyox? Alright. Oh! Oh no. Dude, I swear, pressing this cancel button never works. It never works. It never works, man. Because now I gotta deal with my Marius being in Merciless. Do you think we'll have a new mini game anytime soon? I'm not sure. I never tend to play them. Like the little ones on Plarium Play. They do them so far and in between, it's hard to say it'll happen or not happen. No, I know, dude. Sand Devil is just painful, brother. Uh, oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Welcome to the stream, man. Oh, we are we are geeking, brother. What is going on here? I okay. All right, man. What in the world? Okay, anyways. You wish you could convert dust into oils? I assume you mean oils into dust. Oh, shoot. All my champions are out of whack. Ah, man. Okay. Get bent Jackwad. That's crazy. That's unique, though. I respect the hustle. Alright, good game, I guess. Alright, man, I would really like to organize things a little better, but I'll just organize them better once things come back around. Yeah, I wish you could turn oils into dust as well, dude. It would be, I mean, sure, make it like a million per dust. I don't care. That is so worth it. I have over 120,000 oils, like normal oils, like the smallest ones. And I will never use 120,000 of them. I am far past whatever it would be. Okay, I just need to start looking up champions. Because I'm gonna miss out on so many. Alright, it's gonna be a Nell and Commodus angle. Oh, no, it won't. No, it will not. It'll be a Commodus and a Lysandra angle. And then it'll be a Arbiter at the end. Hey, I mean, if someone hops in the chat and spams it, I guess it ups my chat rate, which pushes the content more, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get rid of Lamasu. This has been a really good stream, though, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. It's been a fun one. Always happy to answer any of your guys' questions. Well, I wonder why this guy didn't put his Lamasu in Supersonic. Well, I guess it didn't matter if I get resisted. What in the world? Oh, this sucks. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go for something here. Go like that, and then, no, he can cleanse off his Marius. Wow. Got unlucky on the Lamasu. It happens. Yeah, that's game. Cool, good game. What blessing do I have on Arbiter? I have her with Intimidating Presence. 412 speed on her. And then 450 Lysandra. And then Togron is at 409. So, not too fast, but not too slow. Not too slow. Ah, I keep forgetting to rebuild my Marius. Yeah, that boosts your speed. That makes your aura better. Yeah, intimidating presence is incredibly important for, First picking Calvalax is an interesting decision. I'm just gonna go all my Stunskin champions then. Makes things really easy for me. Oh, I should have picked Commodus. That makes things a lot more complex for me. Okay, I assume he's gonna ban Marius because he assumes I'm gonna ban Cavalax, but I'm not gonna ban Cavalax. Um, maybe I go. No, Fabian. Wait, yeah, I can go Fabian. Fabian's good here. Who's fast? My Lysandra? Yeah, she's doing pretty alright. Okay. Now I have two champions in Feral. I think I'm just gonna ban the cat. Use my Soul of the Drake's intimidating presence. On Sill, I would either go like honestly, I don't even know what you own Sill. Probably Brimstone on Sill. What? I thought I had. Oh, I don't have Feral. Oh, I'm stupid, brother. What in the world am I doing? I thought I did. No, clearly not. Okay. Ah, dang. This is a very low HP Commodus. He's gonna die. Wow. Okay. This guy needs a takeover. What in the world? My brother needs his Commodus rebuilt. That was like a 40k HP Commodus. Okay. Yeah, let's go fix my Marius. Oh, my Marius is already in stone skin. What am I talking about? Fabian. Can I get him? I don't think I have, like, multiple triple or quad speeds top row. I don't know. Let's go with double check. No, I just have doubles. That's rough. Mythical Feral? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is that I just don't have the full four sets. I'm at four pieces. No, no, I don't think I have anybody in Feral now that I'm thinking about it, man. It's kind of, oh no, I have, Leonardo in Feral. I have Leonardo in four pieces of Feral and four pieces of Stone Skin. Oh. Oh, goodness. Alright. Yeah, so he's gonna start with the Fabian. I'm gonna start with my Armons and my Marius. And then I go Togron next, if I had to guess. Or Commodus. Probably Togron and Commodus. Yeah. Oh. Lysandra, Togron, Commodus. Yeah. I'll leave Togron for last pick, because I might go Leonardo. Or Carnage. Yeah, I'll probably go Leonardo. And ban the Fabian. Stun skin, stun skin, stun skin, stun skin. Yep, full stun skin. Awesome. Only chance that they have is just stripping it all with Embreeze. Let's see. Even then, oh, that was a weird choice. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, dude. What is wrong with my Armons, dude? This guy, I am getting so unlucky. It is insane. I'm getting so unlucky, bro. Holy shit. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, well, that was dumb because he just got rid of his. No, no. Okay, I was thinking that interaction went differently. Huh. All right. Well, he's gonna. Okay. Man, weird. I have never been this unlucky. He revives, and we should win here. We have enough buffs. No? No. Well, I mean, we still win, but there we go. Cool. That was just so much bad RNG back to back to back to back to back. It's alright, though. Leonardo putting in work. I do really like my Leonardo build. Marius, same guy. This will probably be my last fight, guys. Yeah, sure. We can try Carryox after this fight. I guess if we can get a fight with Carryox, we'll continue on. Yeah, I want to avoid RNG fighting him here. Or, actually forcing him to do what I did then isn't bad. Because, yeah, sure. We'll just continue on same way. We're kind of in the same range. All right. I'd be happy to get you in a fight, man. It's kind of hard to. I'll DM you actually. That's how we can time it better. All right. Yeah, so we have to ban Fabian again, but this time we're just gonna go in with Onryo and just give less RNG to this fight. Yeah, so he bans the same thing. All right. So he went with the Wukong, which if he 8-3s here, I just kill. Now, man, I'm getting resisted like crazy. All right. Force Wukong to come back, kill again, and win. Okay, cool. All right. Carryox. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, go. Let's try. Let's see if we. No, that is not you. I don't think. I don't think so. Yeah, it's all good. Ah, what's one more? Oh, hey, he left. Oh, alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for this stream. Had a whole lot of fun. Oh, alrighty, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will try and do another one pretty soon. I will also try and get a If I Lose in Live Arena, I Build One of Your Champions stream going as soon as I can. Those are always really fun. Um, yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.